quarter of adults in Britain are so obsessed with cleaning and tidying that they spend 4 years of their waking lives on household chores, with many feeling compelled to abide by strict regimes and rituals.
Tidy up time now, Barney. I've trained the dog to pick up his own toys and put them back into his own toy box. I clean my loos twice a day. Don't bother wearing any gloves. I like to get right in the bend. I like to hoop the air. You know, I'm getting it before it kind of settles.
But for most of us, keeping our homes clean and tidy is not a priority.
I've seen it all now. This is just something else. I mean, this is like a different level.
In fact, 10% of Brits confess to not having washed their clothes in a month.
What would you like me to do with these?
And 1 in 20 haven't mopped the floor in over a year.
I've never actually cleaned the whole floor.
Can a group of obsessive cleaners transform the habits of a nation?
Are you doing any cleaning today? Because I'm not doing all this myself.
Or will this prove too much?
Oh, my days.
The smell is really, really bad.
I'll still keep it, though. Do what you like.
For the people whose need for perfection...
What's all that in the cooker?
That is grot.
...has become an obsession.
I think the house is very contaminated with poo.
If this was a shot, wait till you see the kitchen.
There's nothing better than coming home to a nice clean home. The smell of bleach, the smell of air freshener. I love it.
25-year-old office manager Lauren spends 3 hours a day cleaning her 2-bedroom home that she shares with her boyfriend in Dunstable.
I work 13 hours a day. When I finish work, I come home and clean. And once that's done, I go to bed for about 11 and then get up next day and do it again.
Although not OCD diagnosed, Lauren's life is run by strict rituals and regimes, including cleaning her fridge and its contents every single day.
I think people that don't clean their fridges every day is a little bit silly because I feel that you're putting your own life at risk. You know, you get your food from the supermarket, you don't know who else has touched that.
And there's one product that Lauren loves in her bid to stay healthy and germ-free.
I use 2 bottles of bleach a day. You have to make sure that either your eyes are watering, your nose is running, or your eyes are stinging. Then, when you've got that, you've used enough bleach.
And visitors to Lauren's home don't escape the strict cleaning regime.
Right, hands up. There is one particular friend, he does work in a pub, so I don't really like the smell of him. He has to have anti-bac spray all over him just to make sure that he's smelling nice before he comes into my house and that he's not carrying anything from the pub. If my friends and family come over, they are allowed to pee in my toilet, but they are not allowed to poo in my toilet. If they do need to go for a poo, I will take them to the nearest public toilet, wait for them, and then I'll bring them back here once they finish their business.
Lauren wants to use her cleaning obsession to clear up someone else's home.
I'm hoping it will maybe help me relax and find time to spend with my partner or go see my friends more, make me a bit more relaxed.
Lauren has left her sterile home and travelled 100 miles to the seaside town of Portslade.
It's a mess out there. The windowsills are cluttered. Oh my God. If this is the front of the house, what's the inside going to be like?
I can't actually get in there because I've got stuff there and it's falling down now. People say if you haven't seen something for 2 years, I haven't needed it, you can throw it away, but that's not my philosophy.
50-year-old single mum of 2, Sarah, has lived in her 3-bedroom house for 9 years and has become swamped in a hoard of unused toys, clothes and clutter.
I filled up my shed, I filled up my cupboard, I filled the stairs. I can't relax in any room. I'm being taken over. I've got a lot of dolls. They're buried there, there. And then there's this armless one. I thought, let's get rid of it. And then I thought, you know what? Just because it's disabled, why should I get rid of it? You know, have you ever seen Toy Story? I hate waste, so I can't chuck anything. Sausages. Oh yeah, about a month out of date, my sausages.
And Sarah's 19-year-old daughter Emily struggles to cope with the lack of space.
I mean, you can just about make like toast or a sandwich, but if you're preparing a meal, you can't. There's never enough space. I can never bring friends around because of like the mess. I find it quite embarrassing, so I just usually go out to other people's houses, so we don't really see each other that much anymore.
Oh God.
Mum Sarah actually suffers from OCD, which doesn't only cause people to clean.
It has, over the years, shown itself in different forms. I used to be really ultra-clean, really ultra-tidy. Then it turned into the chronic hoarding. It's a squeeze. Oh, God. If I was to chuck stuff, I would go through an anxiety, even a grief thing. I am nervous about having someone in that potentially could change my life. Oh,
Hi, Lauren.
I'm Sarah. Shake hands.
Yeah,
they are washed, they are clean.
A lot of stuff.
Isn't it?
So why haven't you thrown it out?
Because I always think that I might need it.
It just don't look clean.
I just feel that I'm not a dirty hoarder, I'm a clean hoarder, but that probably doesn't make much
Well, I can
sense to
see
you.
your carpet hasn't been hoovered, so
Well,
unfortunately I'm going to have to disagree with you there.
Right. This is the kitchen. It's not much better than the hall.
I'm speechless. I don't know how one person can have so much stuff. You not have a filing system?
No.
You can't even have a meal with your family.
We kind of move this like this, and then she can, like, have breakfast. My older one eats upstairs in her room, and the little one and me eat on the sofa, which isn't ideal. This is the lounge.
Oh my God. There's just stuff everywhere. When was the last time that you cleaned?
Probably about 3 months ago.
Why don't you take it to the charity shop?
Because it's just the whole letting go. If it was that easy, I would have done it ages ago. But I'm a hoarder.
Not everything in this room could be sentimental to you.
So this is the landing.
Why is it all clothes on the banister?
I still haven't got around to sorting them out.
This is beyond a joke. I mean, for one, you could triple nap and fall downstairs. I couldn't live like this.
This is the bathroom, which I think's relatively clean.
You've got a hairy plug hole.
That's my daughter and her hair.
Is your toilet
Got bleach on
clean?
it. The toilet's clean, yeah.
See, the inside of my toilet is the same colour as the outside, white.
Right.
Yours isn't.
You probably do flush it every time, do you? Whereas I think I want to save water.
You don't flush every time you use the toilet?
No.
That's disgusting.
Before they embark on 4 days of solid cleaning, Lauren's keen to give Sarah a taste of her standards.
So this is my bathroom. I clean this every day. I don't actually let anybody poo in my toilet except me and my partner.
Oh, right, OK. So where would they go then?
It's the nearest place for a public toilet. This is my lounge. I work 13 hours a day and I spend, when I get home, 3 hours a day cleaning.
Do you?
Every day.
Do you? So do you get much time with your partner then?
I don't know. My fridge.
Yeah.
I clean my fridge every day.
You haven't got much food in there, have you?
I spend about 100 to 150 pounds a week on cleaning stuff.
No.
I go to the supermarket
Seriously? So
every
you're
day.
working to pay... That'll be someone's rent.
The next room is my actual kitchen.
Right, no stuff. Doesn't look like it's been used.
This is my sink.
Right, I don't think I've ever seen my sink like that. Lauren's house is very sterile. To me, it doesn't seem that relaxed.
Telling me that you're a clean hoarder? There's no such thing. There is no such thing as a clean hoarder. Oh, I forgot my magic wand. I'm going to need it.
%60 of British workers consider themselves too busy to clean their homes every week. But for some, there's always time to polish.
I don't think there's ever been a day where I've walked through the front door and thought, I don't want to clean my kitchen or hoover my floor. It just has to be done.
23-year-old germaphobe Emma can spend up to 3 hours every night cleaning the house she shares with boyfriend Ben and dog Rocky.
If someone was to come in and say that my house looked like a show home, that to me would be a compliment.
Although not OCD diagnosed, germs can make Emma anxious, but she's got a unique way of calming her fears.
I like to go around to each room and take photos, so if I don't get time to clean my house before I have to leave, I like to look at the pictures just to calm myself throughout the day until I can get in and start my cleaning routine.
And if that doesn't work,
I would just probably smell my hand, and if it smelled of bleach, that would be quite calming.
there's one tool in her cleaning arsenal she can't do without.
I use my hoover on pretty much everything in my house, so my coffee table, my TV cabinet, my oven, even my dog, especially if he's been out in the garden and he's particularly muddy or he's molting a lot.
All done.
For Emma, a germ-free house is a healthy house.
I'd like to help somebody just live a healthier life in a clean environment.
She's hoping spending 4 days away from her obsessive rituals will mean she can cut down on her own cleaning.
Keep your house tidy.
All day.
I would like to spend more quality time with Ben. Just being able to sit down and fully relax would be really nice.
Emma has travelled over 200 miles to the Peak District to help someone with a very different approach to cleanliness.
I think I'm going to get in there and feel quite claustrophobic. Like, I can't wait to get out the front door again.
Because the table's broken there, all the food I eat off this plate here, off this chair. Quite nice, that. If something was a little bit mouldy, I'd still eat it. Just cut the mould off and eat it, it wouldn't bother me.
75-year-old bachelor John has lived in his 2-bedroom house for 35 years, amongst a mountain of rubbish and grime.
Now, this is my bed. I can't use it because of all the rubbish on it. So I end up sleeping in the armchair.
John's brother, Graham, has tried unsuccessfully to help him get the house under control.
Well, I've seen it bad, John, but I've never seen it as bad as this.
Sure.
Never,
well, if you say so, all right, okay.
The problem with John is that he always thinks he knows best.
Well, I'll finish with this. Go for it like that.
And I think he just gets so far down the line, and like now he can't cope with it.
John shared the house with his mum, but since she died 15 years ago, his housekeeping has deteriorated.
My mother, she would never have stood for this when she was alive. No, she'd be appalled. Oh, I've got to find a way out of this. Hello.
I'm Emma. Nice
Yeah, my name's John.
I've come to help you.
Good. Well, you'd better come in. Follow me. This is my living room.
Wow, there's so much stuff in here. Wow. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Is that a cup of coffee on there?
It is, it is. You want to have a closer look, are we? Got a bit cold now, that's all.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's fine.
Is that your hair?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, why haven't you put it in the bin?
Well, you could say that about everything. There you are, Emma.
Okay.
This is my bed, yes.
I'm taking you don't sleep
I don't.
in the bed.
No, no.
How long have you lived here?
Since 1980.
Wow.
I've got a Hoover.
Have you ever used your
No,
Hoover?
no, I've never.
Why not?
Well, what could I do with a Hoover?
Okay.
Okay, Emma, this is my kitchen.
It must be like a dustbin.
It does smell bad, does it?
Yeah, really
okay,
bad.
okay.
Like off food.
Okay, okay.
Do you keep your food in the cupboard because you've got hot cross buns on the floor?
Well, the cakes, yeah.
So you would eat them off the floor? Like out of the
Yeah, I
packaging?
would, yeah. Piece of fruit cake.
It's got a hair on it.
Is it?
Here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like a piece of cake?
No, thank you, John.
okay.
You can eat that.
Okay. Well, yeah, well, I certainly will enjoy it.
Ew. John, what the hell? What is on your wall over there behind the toilet?
What did you say?
I'm going to say either sick or poo.
Yeah, not sick, no. So that must be the latter then.
How you can go in there and use the toilet, that is disgusting.
With a 4-day clean ahead, Emma's keen to show John the standards she keeps in her own germ-free home.
This is my living room. I'll hoover pretty much everything. This is my toilet.
Yeah.
You can see I have no poo on my walls. Would you want to have a wee in my toilet?
Well, yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I'd be fine.
Well, you're not coming.
Oh.
You're not coming around. You won't talk to me.
If she did half of what she does, nothing, it would be exactly the same.
I'm just going to grab a bit of air. John.
Okay, yeah, okay, just be careful again. Okay, Emma.
I definitely think cleaning John's house is going to be a real struggle. It's going to take a lot of strength and courage for me to go in there and think, right, actually, I've got to pick this out and I've got to deal with what's in front of me to make it better for John. Because how he can live a life like that, I really don't know.
In Sussex, it's the first day of the clean. Office manager Lauren has just 4 days to tackle single mum Sarah's house, and she's prepared for a difficult day.
I think today's going to be hard for me and Sarah, more for her because she's going to have to get rid of items that she thinks she needs.
Morning, you right?
Lauren has ordered a skip and wants to clean and clear the living room, the bathroom and the kitchen.
Everything is going to have to go out the front door in the skip or in the charity pile.
But before they get cracking, Sarah has a revelation for Lauren.
You probably won't believe this. I'm OCD diagnosed. It's a right tough, weird OCD. I used to be very clean and tidy.
Right.
Just gone the other way, really.
I'm gobsmacked. I really am. I don't really know how to take her saying that she's OCD diagnosed, yet she's got crap everywhere in her house.
A lot of people just see OCD as just cleaning, checking locks, switching things off and on, but it is not just that. And it's so hard to shake off and to understand.
First, they make a start on the living room,
We're going to have the blue bag for charity, the black bag for throwing.
where Sarah has hoarded unused toys and games for over a decade.
Oh, I'll keep that.
Them?
Oh, yeah, they're new, brand new. Don't even know what they are.
The games clearly haven't been played for a long time.
No,
so...
because you didn't know we had it.
Well, then she's not going to miss it. Right, what's
Oh, that's doll's house furniture.
Do they play with it?
No.
A moth's just come out of that drawer. And you want to keep them? This is just beyond a joke. I mean, if a moth flies out of something, surely that's a sign you haven't used it in years. Just throw it. If you don't work through it and get rid of all of this tat...
It's not all tat, though. I just feel really emotional about the stuff that I haven't used with the children and they're sort of outgrown and I'm just feeling really guilty about it.
What we're going to have to do, it's going to be a 5-second roll.
To make a decision in 5 seconds, it's just really hard. I don't quite think that Lauren's really grasped how my OCD has just, you know, overwhelmed me for years. She hasn't got the empathy, she doesn't get the emotional attachment. She just sees it as it's got to be got rid of. I don't think I can do this 5-second thing. Oh, dear.
I just want to get hold of everything and just throw it in the skip.
It's upsetting because it's stuff that I've had buried and hidden and it could have been used, and then... I just don't want to let go. Lauren hasn't got children, she doesn't understand. I know she's trying to help.
Obsessive compulsive disorder affects hundreds of thousands of people across the UK. Sufferers have their lives dominated by obsessional thoughts and compulsive acts.
I feel like now I've steamed it, any germs that were left over are now burning in hell.
Mum of 3, Hayley, was diagnosed with OCD 7 years ago. She has a fear of dirt and germs that can make her scrub the house for up to 19 hours a day.
I feel like if I don't carry out certain rituals and clean things a certain way, that something bad will happen. Facing my fears is really important because I think it reiterates the fact that the OCD is just a thought and nothing bad is going to happen if I come into contact with things that are dirty.
But Hayley wants to confront her obsessive thoughts.
That's so gross.
Each week, she will invite 2 equally obsessive cleaners to join her in using their extreme cleaning rituals to tackle some of Britain's dirtiest places.
Oh my...
Together, they will face their fear of germs head-on.
I am feeling really anxious now that I'm going to end up with E. coli or salmonella.
This week, they will be tackling mattresses. After demonstrating how they clean their own, they'll put their methods to work on these mucky mattresses at a recycling yard. First, it's Hayley's method.
To clean my mattress, I use a dry cleaning solution, which is almost like a white snow. Then I put in the attachment on my vacuum that will massage it into the mattress. It smells like the most delicious pot puree. It's now time to beat it off, because these are panel beaters. Now I'm sucking it all off. I feel like all the germs are being sucked inside the vacuum. The bed bugs turn to their loved ones and say, this is it. This is the end now, isn't it?
Hayley will be joined by mum of 3, Lindsay. Although not OCD diagnosed, she can clean her mattress up to 3 times a week.
After I've done the vacuuming, I get an anti-bac spray, and I also get like a deodoriser, obviously to eliminate any nasty smells. So the last thing I do, I'm drying my mattress, but I'm also having a keep fit routine at the same time.
Joining Hayley and Lindsay is industrial cleaner Mark. Also not OCD diagnosed, Mark can spend up to 3 hours a week cleaning his bed.
First of all, I steam it. This should kill the little blighters. Now we're going to attack them with a bit of chemical warfare. I give an antibacterial spray. Hopefully that will just about polish anything else that's left in the mattress off. Then I can just clean it with my industrial shampooer, just go over it, suck it all out, and hopefully dry it off. If anything can survive that, then it's got me beat.
The cleaners are swabbing their own mattresses to establish how sterile they are. Any score under 500 means the surface is clean enough to eat off.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Ah! 2! Gotta be happy with that.
It's a 1. I've probably got the cleanest mattress in Great Britain.
So they've all got their own beds extremely clean. Next, they want to apply their methods at a recycling yard with these abandoned mattresses.
The thought of sleeping on a mattress like this, I'd rather cut off one of my toes. No, it's proper manky.
How will the cleaners cope?
Sorry, I think I'm going to be sick.
And will they be able to bring them up to their standards?
It's got more skin marks than the M1.
In the Peak District, pensioner John is waiting for Emma to clean and clear the living room, the kitchen, and lastly the bathroom, which might be a struggle for germaphobe Emma.
I can't do it. I can't go in that toilet again. That to me was just the tipping point. I know it's just full of bacteria in there.
First, the kitchen floor, where John stores his food amongst the rubbish.
John, it's mouldy.
Oh, it is. It's just a bit like a cutout, I'll eat it.
You've got to put it in the bin. You can't eat it and stop
Yeah,
mouldy.
no, I hate throwing food out.
Would you like this?
I think I can drink that, yeah.
But it's 3 years out of date.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't really go off this stuff. It's
I
not
wouldn't
like...
even have that in my cupboard. No, tip it down the sink. It's disgusting.
To me, out-of-date food needs to go straight in the bin.
All right, then, but that's perfectly drinkable.
So you just need to chuck it and forget about it?
I hate doing this. Throwing stuff away. Hate it. It's a legacy from my childhood. I was born in 1940. Rationing and stuff didn't actually end until 1954. But we didn't waste stuff in those days. That's still with me. That's why I find it so difficult. Particularly with food. Very difficult to throw it away. There's biscuits in there, yeah, they're okay.
How do you know there's no bugs in there? They're eating them.
Well, I don't think so. I'm sure there are. See, they're all right.
Might be microscopic.
Well,
Can't see them.
I'm sure they'll be okay.
Is that a tooth?
That is one of my teeth, yes. It is. Yes.
Why have you got it on the side?
Well, I just kept it as a souvenir.
It's disgusting.
All right,
Like, how you
okay.
can have something like that sitting on
Well,
the
it's
side in the kitchen.
there's nothing wrong with those teeth. They're perfect.
Just chuck it in the bin.
No, I don't want to throw it out.
I think I'm just going to step outside for a minute. That's quite disgusting.
Oh, right, okay, right. Oh, blimey.
After doing battle with John's germs and gnashes, Emma needs to resort to her stress-busting method.
I'm just having a little look at the pictures of my house on my phone to calm me down. So I'm just having a little look at my kitchen, my bathroom and my bedroom, and hopefully it'll give me some inspiration to go back into John's and finish off the task.
I know everyone thinks I'm dirty. I don't think I am. Not in an extreme way, no. Bacteria, germs. According to Emma, I'd be ill all the time, what she's saying, but I'm not.
On the south coast,
Hi, you're right. Nice to meet you. I would shake your hands, but...
with a clean ground to a halt, Sarah has called upon her daughter, Emily, to help her let go of some toys and games.
Have you tried in the past to help your mum out?
She has been quite reluctant to let go of stuff, so it's really frustrating trying to explain why she doesn't need it. She needs to see why she doesn't need it herself.
I know, I need to let go.
So clear all this, and that'll clear your mind.
Okay.
But you need to crack on and get this stuff moved.
This is brand new.
It would make me happier to get rid of it than see it sit here just because I played with it like 10 years ago. Does that make more sense?
All right.
Children's activity book, do you want to throw that?
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, but you have to actually think.
When are you going to use that?
Since her daughter Emily's come into it, we actually are getting somewhere. It is good having you here. I mean, I can see the floor and I can see the sofa. That's an achievement on its own. I found a bag full of clothes, receipts,
Oh my God.
Did you even know you had all that money?
No, not in there. 120, 160,
£170 that you just had sitting on the sofa. By the time we finish this, you could be about £4,000 richer.
What?
My mum needed me there just to sort of help her realise that she doesn't need it, which I think's helped a lot. And now she can listen to Lauren more because she knows that Lauren's trying to help her.
Okay. The experience so far is really challenging my OCD, but positively, it's given me motivation, I suppose, to continue with it.
For the first time in years,
Bye-bye stuff.
Sarah's finally managing to let go of some clutter.
Oh, dear.
Back in Sussex, with the living room and kitchen cleared, Sarah's daughter Emily's feeling optimistic about the progress.
I'm excited about the change, just to have a nice home that you can come home to and be proud of. I think it's going to make a big difference to our lives.
At home, Lauren cleans her loo every day.
It doesn't matter if it's a wee or a poo, you got to flush it down the loo.
Right.
You need to invest in a loo brush.
I really think they're disgusting.
You say, like, obviously you're OCD. What's happened in the past that's triggered this?
I don't know, I suppose growing up, I always had this kind of sense of not belonging, and I ended up experimenting with drugs when I was about 15, 16. When I was 19, I was introduced to heroin. You know, I just took different drugs, like crack cocaine as well. I got into the last year, which was just rock bottom. The place you never want to go. Went down to about 7.5 stone. But I'm now in recovery from it. I've been about 14 years drug-free. The places I went to, it was just frightening. I lost Emily for a year.
Wow.
It was really painful. Those years that I should have played with Emily.
So focus on what you can do as a family, what you can do with Emily, because you can't do nothing about that now.
I do try my best.
Come on, give me It was a shock. I would never have put her down to have such bad drug addiction. But she's got through it. And there's me just being a bitch, all judgmental. I wanted to get the 3 rooms done anyway. But this just pushed me even harder to get them done because she deserves this.
When Lauren first came, she just started to judge me. She now knows and understands that I'm not just some lazy git that just sits in her arse all day. I am so 110% determined now to beat my OCD. I'm not being... I've been a prisoner. I have been a prisoner for all these years.
Germs live everywhere, and most people come into contact with millions of them every single day. For those that are healthy, it isn't an issue. But for some sufferers of OCD, it can be a problem.
I don't think I ever feel happy with my home. It never feels completely germ-free.
Hayley has invited 2 obsessive cleaners to help her tackle some mucky mattresses at a recycling yard.
These are like the mattresses that the Grim Reaper have delivered because they are disgusting. There's probably urine and faeces all over it. That is proper manky.
Hayley hopes it will help them reduce their cleaning routines in their own homes.
I feel like there's germs, bed bugs, bacteria. Everything I fear the most is just stuffed into one of those mattresses.
The worst bit of the mattress I've got to clean is the skin marks. It's got more skin marks than the M1.
Absolutely disgusting. I would not put a pig on that mattress, let alone a human being.
First, the cleaners swab the beds to see how much dirt they have to eliminate. A reading of over 1,000 could increase the risk of harmful bacteria being present.
Oh, that's a big one.
These beastly beds have a reading of up to 2,343.
That's going to test me to the limit, that is.
Yeah.
They have each been given a mattress and will now put their own methods to the test to see if they can get them close to spotless.
Sorry, I think I'm going to be sick.
I know. So how does this work then?
So it sprays the cleaning chemical, fluid, deep into it, and then almost instantly you're taking it back out again. So the dirt's coming out and took down the drain.
You look like Lara Croft with your double barrels.
All I sort of do is just shoot my beds. I'm shooting it with an antibac and a deodoriser. Once I've given it a spray, I just sort of pick it up and give it a bit of a shake.
And then that's it.
That's it.
After 2 hours of elbow grease and 5 cleaning products later, the mattresses are dramatically improved. Before, the beds were saturated with germs. A quick swab will reveal how clean they are now. A reading of 500 or under is considered clean enough to eat off.
It's a 34. Wow,
That's good. Well done. I feel like this isn't going to be as low as yours. Yeah, I'm pleased with that.
Oh dear. That's shameful. I got 182.
I think all of us combined have got the scores down, but I think more importantly, we've all been around these vile, filthy mattresses. I think it's been really good for all three of us.
I do feel a bit dissatisfied I can't get it cleaner, but I taught those couple of amateurs how to do it, so that's the result.
Even though I did get my mattress really clean, there is no way I would ever sleep on it unless I was forced to by a hippo. Because I'm really scared of hippos.
John?
Yes?
Can you come in and help me, please?
Back in the Peak District, John and Emma have cleared the kitchen. Emma must now tackle the bathroom, and she's brought in reinforcements.
I'd like to think I could be strong enough to stomach John's toilet. It's the room that I'm dreading the most. I'm going to take Mr. Bleach with me, and hopefully he'll get me through it. Is that used bit of toilet paper?
It's not used or anything, it's just got muck on it. You sure you're okay, Emma?
Yeah, I think we just need to get scrubbing.
I'm here to help you.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Have you ever cleaned your toilet before, John?
No, never.
Wow. You think it smells nice, John?
It's just cleaner now, then. Yeah.
It's a lot better,
The
isn't
bowl,
it?
yeah.
John's hoping the bathroom ordeal will help Emma rethink her own cleaning rituals.
But how do you feel about the bacteria now? You think it'll be less?
In terms of cleaning it, I didn't think I'd make it this far, if I'm honest, because it was pretty grim when I come up here.
Okay, yeah.
But
you have?
I have,
Yeah.
and I'm quite close to your toilet,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
at the minute, we're making good progress.
Okay. That's still my contention. It wouldn't be that much different if you did clean.
No, I suppose not. It's possibly when I get home, I might be able to relax a little bit, like not get the Hoover out
For
straight
yourself,
away.
for yourself, that's what I mean.
Yeah, maybe to have a sit down as soon as I get in from work,
yeah.
before I start doing the dinner and everything.
Yeah, I think it's worth thinking about now, yeah.
The fact that I've actually done it, I've been in there, I've cleaned it, and I've come out and I'm not sick, I'm fine. I actually feel like I've really achieved something.
Emma has spent the day, cleaning germs. And I mean, she really went to town on the toilet. I think I might possibly be able to get her to do a little bit less.
Back in Sussex, it's the penultimate day of the clean.
Charity?
Having cleared the bathroom and living room, Lauren now wants to tackle the kitchen,
Sarah!
What?
where Sarah has hoarded months of food.
That bread bin, I've just been putting things on top of it, not even opening it.
Homeowner Sarah works with people who also have OCD.
I clean my cupboards out every week.
Do you?
She now wants to find out more about Lauren.
Are you OCD diagnosed? Because I am.
No, I haven't been diagnosed with OCD. I'm not going to go to the doctor
Because?
I'm scared.
Are you?
Because if they say, yep, you've got it, to me, that's admitting that there's a problem.
You'll be amazed, right? I actually work with people that have got OCD. I actually help.
Really?
And you haven't been diagnosed purely because you haven't been to the doctors.
I think I'm scared in a way that if I do and they say, yeah, you've got OCD, then I'm going to go, then my mind's going to go into overdrive.
Do you have a boyfriend?
I do, yeah.
And does it affect your relationship then?
I didn't think it did,
Yeah.
but it does actually put stress on our relationship. I mean, we don't really do much together.
Because OCD encompasses not just the person, it encompasses the whole family unit, and it affects relationships. I don't know, I suppose I feel sorry for you in a way.
Why do you feel sorry for me?
I only get rest when I go to sleep. You only get rest when you go to sleep. It's like we're like two sides of the same coin. It's not easy. It's not easy confronting things. It is easier sometimes to keep your head in the sand, isn't it? Yeah, I've done that.
Well, I guess things do need to change.
This is the third bag, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Sarah does get me because she knows the signs of OCD. I probably will need to seek help and actually get the answers that I need instead of sticking my head in the sand and saying there's no problem.
Back in the Peak District...
Here we go. What's this?
Having cleaned the kitchen and bathroom, Emma has one room left to clear.
John, what
Yes?
would you like me to do with these?
What's that?
John's living room.
Where have they come from?
Down here
Down
on the
here?
floor.
First, they take on John's armchair come bed,
Bloody more newspaper.
which hasn't been cleaned in over a decade.
That's 2002.
So you're telling me that newspaper's been on your chair for 13 years?
Must have been, yeah.
Definitely time for the skip. Is it? Bye-bye chair?
Yeah.
Who's 100, John?
Last year, my mum was 100 years old.
Even though John's mum died 15 years ago, he bought her a card last year.
Would you reckon your mum would say if she could see your house
Oh,
now?
she'd be horrified with this, yeah.
She?
Oh, yeah. I sometimes think there's some collared doves perched on that thing up there. I sometimes think that's what one of them is here.
She's watching you.
She's watching him.
If we tidy it up, are you going to try and keep it
Oh,
this way?
yeah. Well, I've
You're
got
not
to.
gonna-
I've got to find some way of preventing this happening again.
Obviously, he's never been shown how to do anything. He's never been expected to do anything. So it doesn't really surprise me that his house has now ended up how it is now. I'm going to show you how to clean your TV cabinet, how I would do it.
Okay, yes.
Yeah?
I'd be very interested to hear that now.
Okay, I'm going to give it a thorough hoover.
All right.
When you lived at home with your mum, she didn't really get you to do a lot of the housework around the house.
If I got a Hoover out, she'd have been amazed. I think she'd have been shocked.
Do you think that's why now you've got no motivation to clean, because you don't know how and you don't really know what needs doing?
I think I find it difficult doing housework. I mean, if I do it for certainly maybe an hour maximum, and then my head starts to think there must be more to life than this.
But if you was to do an hour every other day in your house...
No, I don't. You're right.
then
You're right.
it wouldn't
You're right.
have got how it has
No, it
got.
wouldn't. No, quite right.
Because to me, I don't think there's any excuse to have a dirty home. Like, I go to work 5 days a week.
Yeah.
My partner works as well.
Yeah. I'll take your point. There's no excuse at all.
See, John has shiny ears. I don't think that looks a lot better.
Yes, it does. Of course it does. Yeah, it looks enormously better.
I do think today I have made a bit of a breakthrough with John. Once he starts seeing the rewarding side of the cleaning, then he'll start to understand more where I'm coming from.
In the Peak District, after 4 days of cleaning and a skip full of rubbish, Emma has one final tip to help John keep a tidy home.
John, a couple of bins here for you.
Yes.
So you've got one for your plastic,
All right.
and then one for your newspaper. So when you're finished with your stuff, if you pop them in here, then obviously stuff won't end up on the floor. Yeah.
That's great. I mean, that will be very good. Very handy.
John's brother Graham has tried to persuade him to clean for years.
Came here a week ago, and frankly, I've never seen it as bad. It was worse than it's ever been.
Before, John's lounge was a waste paper tip, with the floor buried under a foot of newspapers. Now, with a new armchair, it's a comfortable living space.
Good Lord.
Nice to meet you.
Can't believe it.
What do you think? Yes.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
John, I bought you a magazine rack now.
I like it.
You like it?
I do, yes.
So you're going to use it?
I'm going to make it work for me, yeah.
The bathroom was Emma's worst nightmare, with dirt in the toilet and on the walls. Now, after Emma overcame her germ fears, the loo is pristine and sparkling.
What a difference. I cannot believe it. It's actually so clean.
Right, well, it looks super now. So
It does, absolutely
Got to
fantastic.
keep it that way.
Absolutely fantastic.
4 days ago, John's kitchen was a breeding ground for bacteria with mouldy food on every surface. Now it's a clean space for John to cook and eat in.
Good Lord, what an absolute transformation. I cannot believe it. No food packets on the floor, no newspapers, the table's in one piece. Absolutely fantastic.
I think Emma has been a really positive influence on my life. I do feel a lot happier about the way I'm living now than I did before. She's been tremendous. She's done a terrific job. Well, I just want to thank you very much for everything you've done. Proud of you. I am.
But I'll be proud of you if you keep your house nice and clean.
Okay.
So don't let me down.
No.
This week has been extremely tough for me, facing a lot of my fears, especially going in John's bathroom. All right, John, see you later.
Yeah, okay, bye-bye.
I've been in John's house when I haven't died yet, so I think when I get home I'm just going to relax and enjoy my life a little bit more.
On the south coast...
We've got quite a lot. Well, we have.
After 4 days of battling her OCD, Sarah has managed to let go of her children's unwanted toys and junk.
Don't ever allow me to do this again, please, seriously.
And donated over 30 bags of clothes to charity. Lauren is putting the final touches to the house. Coming along to see how they've got on is Sarah's neighbour and friend, Bish.
We are a close-knit community and we do like to go around each other's houses for drinks and parties. We never go around Sarah's house. We avoid her house because it's such a dump.
Oh, hi, Bish.
Oh, hi, Sarah.
Morning. Can you wipe your feet, please?
Wow, look at this. We're in the same place.
4 days ago, the kitchen was a cluttered and claustrophobic mess. It's now clean and clear with space to cook and eat.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Oh, my God.
Look.
It looks like a showroom.
I know where things are. I mean, my cupboard, I couldn't even shut the door.
It was absolutely awful.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Before, Sarah's bathroom was a dusty and dirty space, which hadn't been deep cleaned in years. It's now spick and span and sparkling once again.
Wow. Unbelievable difference. Look, behind the toilet, the dust is gone. Got a plant. Wow. It probably wasn't already there, wasn't it? It was just surrounded by other stuff.
Finally, Sarah's living room was full of toys, games and clutter, with no space to relax. Now it's a spacious and inviting room for all the family to enjoy.
Oh, my God. Oh, wow. What an amazing transformation.
Isn't it?
It's like, this ain't Sarah's house. That's how much of a difference it is.
The main thing is, though, this is your family room. You can relax after you get home from work. You can actually enjoy the space.
Thank you. Like, without you, she wouldn't have been able to do it. I'm really pleased. I will be here a lot more. Even having people round and just being able to be all in the same room and not have to sort of shout from upstairs or whatever because we can't all sit together. We'll be spend a lot more time together, I think.
I just don't know. Words kind of fail me because I just... Thank you doesn't seem to be kind of big enough. You know, you've really made such a huge difference.
You're an amazing woman and you just deserve this. I've learned that my everyday cleaning isn't really necessary and actually spend time with my partner, my friends and my family and just enjoy each other's company. Okay, yeah?
I'm 110% pleased with the results. It's remarkable. I actually feel a stranger in my own house.
Remember to keep it clean.
I will be eternally grateful for Lauren's help. This is the start of my new journey into freedom from OCD. I need to keep check of it, but I can do it. I feel really motivated now.
Next time on Obsessive Compulsive Cleaners...
That's yours.
Yes. Do you ever open your curtains?
No, it's safer to keep them closed. Is that creatures in there?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Don't.
Oh, I do think that's rank.
If we weren't chucking rubbish out, I'd be chucking Julian out.
Do you have friends around to come and see you?
No.
Because you're hoard. What's this, Les?
My lovely dog's ashes.
In the kitchen.
If he doesn't like dust that much, he shouldn't be a cleaner.
8 o'clock next Tuesday for OCC. 8 o'clock tomorrow night, The Three-Legged Cat. Sadly, he doesn't play Countdown, but is the star of a brand new super vet. One born tonight. Pregnancy is defined as miracle and unexpected. Giving birth to the new series. Next.